Hello everyone, welcome to Simple Term Living. Today I am showing you something that's kind of been in the works for some time. This is a project that I've been working on kind of in the back of my mind for the last couple years, I would say. This is something that started as an idea for homeschool for my daughter when she was 3 years old and the kind of homeschool we would do. So prior to becoming a stay-at-home mom, I was a middle school science teacher for earth and space science, and I did life science for a year. And previously to that, I got my bachelor's degree in biology. So I've always kind of enjoyed science. Growing up, playing veterinarian and doing different things, and it was just kind of a love for nature, if that makes sense. When my daughter was 3, I thought we would go through the alphabet and we would do things like, for the letter A, we're going to find different activities, different science experiments, different reading things like for the letter A, different books and so forth. And part of that was looking at different animals. And I had a worksheet that I created for her of pretty much all the different animals I can think of with the letter A. So alligator, axolotl, albatross, which is a bird. What else is there? Aardvark, anteater, armadillo, like all these different animals with that letter. And I was like, you know what, this is nice. I can print it out. I can put it in a binder. It would be nice if it was like in think of like a coloring book, like a book like that I can just kind of carry around everywhere, call it a day and be done. And so I kind of forgot about it for some time. We filled out a couple worksheets. We kind of started a different homeschool program and it kind of just got left to the side. And then earlier this year, I created a coffee journal for beginners that helped me and is helping me in my journey to creating espressos that I enjoy. And I was like, oh, I can create this. So why don't I revisit this animals page worksheets that I have and make it into a journal? So that's what I did. And so currently I have 3, but I just want to show you this one in particular because this one is my favorite. And this is something that I've enjoyed. So I'll show you the other 2 in a second and what came out first. But this one is the zoo animals A to Z. And this one is really exciting for me because we took it to the zoo and we tried it out and it worked out really cool. Here we are at the zoo and you see the Asian elephant behind me, and I thought it would be fitting to show you the zoo journal here because we have an elephant on the front. And so just want to show you how we use it here at the zoo and how we fill it out.
We're dedicated to the health and well-being of the animals under our care.
Inside it has a welcome to the adventure, and this has gone through several iterations from when I first started. When my daughter was 3, it has kind of changed a bit, but the idea is that this zoo animals has 44 of the nation's top animals that you'll find at the zoo. And I helped find this by kind of consolidating what we have at our zoo. And I kind of eliminated all the different gazelles and antelopes and monkeys and just kind of kept it centralized to the main animals. And then I looked at random zoos across the United States to see, do they have this animal? Do we have an animal that is not at our zoo that I can put in here? And so I found a few of those. So there's 44 animals here, and there is also space for ones that you can fill in yourself if, for example, you don't have it at your zoo. So let me show you what we did. So we found the chimpanzee at our zoo. I still have to put a picture of it, so I'm thinking of either having my daughter color it, or I'll get a picture that I took at the zoo and paste it here, print it out and glue it here. So we'll see what we do. But we have the conservation status, which is endangered. We have the diet, what it likes to eat. Did you know? So some fun facts about the animal. We have description, what it looks like, including the height and weight for it. And then the home, we have tropical rainforest, and then where it is currently right now, which is over here. And so I will go ahead and color that in later, but this is, again, for my daughter to do. We also have, for example, at our zoo, we do not have deer specifically. Other zoos happen to have deer, so that's why that's there, but we don't have that. One of the animals that I have kind of consolidated is antelope, because there are so many species or subspecies of antelope that I figured that let me just leave it blank here and you can fill in your own, which one you have at your zoo. Our zoo has 2 elephants. I did not fill it out here. I'm going to, but we have 2 elephants. We have the Asian elephant and the African elephant. And so I'm just going to split it in half, put the African and the Asian one, and then kind of put the information for each one. So for big cats, I have the cheetah, I have the lion, I have a jaguar, I have a leopard. I did not put the panther, even though we have a panther at our zoo. We have the Florida panther. If you wanted to add in the Florida panther, you could do it in one of the blank spots, and you can do that. So that's cool. The other one that I have done here that I've consolidated. So I have one snake. So in general, if you found a snake or several, again, you can put it there, or you can just add it to the list of extra ones. By monkey, I'm thinking of like your golden lion tamarin or your macaque, the howler monkey. So whatever your zoo has, you can put that specifically, like let's say howler monkey. You can do that. And then an orangutan is separate. Our zoo does not have a penguin, for example, right? So for a penguin, instead of seeing it at the zoo, what could we do? We just look it up online. We can watch a video on it. We can read a book, whatever it may be. This is kind of what we do there. Or we can visit a different zoo, such as SeaWorld, who has penguins, and we can look at them there as well. So again, there's a lot of animals that we do not have at our zoo specifically, but other zoos do have. I learned that there's two different types of zebras. We have the Grevy's zebra, and soon at our zoo, we're gonna have the Plains zebra. So I could write Grevy's and then Plains and then fill it out, or I could just do one here and then later we can do the next zebra on this page. So there's just different ways that you can do that. And so this was an exciting way to bring it to life for my daughter, and just kind of have it all consolidated. And whenever we see them, we can take a picture of them. She can draw it, both, whatever we want to do, and fill that out. So it's really exciting to do that filling out there. So that is the Zoo Animals A to Z. Zoo Animals is kind of like a branch off of the original one. So the original one that I have is called Animals A to Z, and this is what this one looks like. It is thicker, so you can see a difference between the thicknesses of both. The Animals A to Z encompasses a lot more animals just in general everywhere, not specific to any habitat. So for example, we have a badger, we have an axolotl, we have a red fox, we have a vampire bat, we have a manatee, falcon. Like there's different animals that are found in here in general. So it's maybe taking 5 to 7 animals per letter if available. Obviously the letter Q does not have a whole lot of animals. It just has like quail and like something else. Quokka, I think it is. But other than that, it is going to be just kind of like your general animals just all around from all over. Land, sea, air, whichever one. So that's this one. I also have a marine animals A to Z, which is going to encompass just animals on the coast or in the ocean. And so currently I have 3 of these. I'm thinking of also doing a birds A to Z. I'm thinking of doing different habitats, so like the desert or the rainforest, different things like that. So even though some of those may be in the Animals A to Z, it's not going to be all the animals either. There are animals missing from in here just in general, because if not, it would be probably like a larger book. But this is just not to overwhelm you. But if, let's say, you were looking specifically for a study on the desert, you could find the desert one as well and look at animals from that. It can be forest. I might have another one. So if you have a specific type of Animals A to Z that you would like to see, let me know down below. These journals, that they are so much fun, and it is a great way for schools. If you're going on a field trip, you can take this with you, or if you are a homeschool family that wants to do a study, like a unit study on animals, or if you are just an animal lover in general, doesn't matter if you're homeschooled or not, you can go ahead and fill this out too, or this one, or one of the other ones I have. I will put the links for these down below, and as they're added, whenever I publish more, I will put them down below as well, just so you can see more of them and just have them printed there. So again, this is just a fun way to make science in a way and learning real for my daughter in a research way, because I feel like there's a lot of research that's done on your phones. You can just say, how tall is a giraffe, just to see, and then you kind of forget it and it's gone. Some people remember, some people don't. I am one of them that will not remember unless I write it down and hear it. So for me, going into having like a journal like this or a logbook is a great way for me to remind me and remember these animal facts. It's just another way, an alternative way to collect information and research that is not just, let me search it up on Google really quick and then be done with it. This is like something intentional for you to remember, and the idea is for that remembering. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below which animal A to Z book you would like to see. That way I can create more for everyone else that would like to have them as well. And anyway, so it was just something fun that I created for my daughter again and for our family, and hopefully it helps with your family as well. Hope to see you soon in another video. Bye.